Hi, I'm Kaufhold, and I am here in Medellin, Colombia, my first Outdoor World Cup. I am 15 and I've been shooting since I was 3, but competing since I was 8, so however you want to look at it, either 12 or 7 years. So I got into archery because my dad was the owner of Lancaster Archery Supply since he was young, and so it was kind of like a family thing at that point. My dad, he never wanted to push me too far into it, so he started me out with just a super traditional bow, and we shot for fun in the backyard. And then when I decided, that I wanted to do this more, then he kind of had me go into competitions, and I started liking it, getting friends in the sport, and it just all came together. When I was maybe 10 or 11, I started to notice when I went to nationals, I was placing top 10 at first, and then I was top 3, and I was kind of like, oh, okay, I might want to get a little serious at this. And so after that, it was kind of doing competitions more frequently and getting used to the competition. This is my first year on the United States World Cup team. It's a little crazy to be shooting as a senior when I'm only 15, but I feel like I have really good chemistry with the team, and we all get along really well even though I'm younger. I wasn't really too nervous because I had gone to the indoor World Cups, which were still international and all that, but there was a little bit more nerves going into this because it was everybody's here and it's going to be on this big stage for finals. I sometimes do think I have an advantage because I know if I was older and I had this little kid walk up to me and who shoots good scores, and I would definitely be nervous if I was them. So I feel since I'm young, I have a little bit of intimidation factor. I look up to every single person on the US team. All of them are so inspirational, and I always want to talk to them and get their tips on international travel and nerves and being on the big stage, and I look up so much to every single one. They always just say don't be nervous or don't be upset about how it's going, because it's only going to affect your shooting more, and just be happy and be honored that you're able to shoot on this team and at all of these places and competitions. If I could pick one archer to be it would be Brady Ellison, because he's always just so confident and so ready for everything, and he's just cool. He's the coolest dude, and if I could be anybody, it'd just be Brady. He's so successful and he's had so much experience in shooting internationally, and I know I can get to the point where he is at. It's just going to take a lot of practice and a lot of years to get there. I think that I have kind of a middle of a normal teenager life, because I still do practice a lot, but I have friends who practice with me, so it's easy to be able to talk to them, and we go out and do dinner or go to a trampoline park or do mini golf and normal teenage stuff. But sometimes I have to say no, I can't do that because I have to practice or I have to go to a competition, so it's a little bit each way. This indoor season, I won a gold medal in Luxembourg, the first World Cup indoor, and then at Nîmes I got second. In Vegas, I ended up 4th for the World Cup stage and 3rd for just Vegas. I feel I've developed a little bit of an identity as an archer, because just from the medals of the indoor season kind of put me out there a little bit, but I still think I have far to go with people knowing my name and knowing who I am. So this year is mostly going to be a step-by-step thing, because I feel if I plan it all out, say, oh, I want to win a gold medal at this, I want to place top 3 at this, I feel I'll put my expectation too high. So I just want to focus on the process more than the outcome. I know that if I put pressure on myself, I won't shoot as good as if I don't. So I'm working on that still. I believe that my mature attitude comes from gymnastics, because I did gymnastics for about 7 years, and if you messed up or you did something wrong or you didn't do something, there would be a punishment. So like you would have to do like another 10 pull-ups than everybody else, or you would have to do a 2-minute plank. And I know, like I learned from a very young age that if you do something wrong or don't act the right way, it's gonna come with a punishment. So I like to carry myself as well as possible. I don't get punished the same in archery as I did in gymnastics because I'm not quite in the shape to do all those things anymore. My dad gives me the 8 face, which is kind of like a grimace or like a cringe. So that's just kind of like, that makes me like disappointed in myself because I don't like to see my dad mad at me. So I try my best to keep him in the yellow.
Can you show me the 8 face?
It's like, so the 8 face, like I shoot an 8, he looks through the scope. And like, so we have a system like 2 down is like 8, and he'll go, like he'll like make the ugliest face. Like, sorry dad, I called you all ugly, but it's just not a good face. In the future, I see myself as a person who has gone through a couple Olympic Games, like in the next like 10, 12 years or so. And I would like to have won at least a medal in the Olympics and a few in a couple of World Cups, and that's just my long-term goals. I know that this is what I want to do for long-term because like I love traveling and I love competing, and it's just a great experience altogether to be able to go to all these places, and I'm not good at much anything else, so this is kind of what I'm riding on for the long way.